بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات. بار دیگر صلوات. تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ، تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ. شبیر نے بتلایا، شبیر نے بتلایا، اسلام پہ مر جانا. تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ. دنیا کو نہ بھولے گی عباس وفا تیری، دنیا کو نہ بھولے گی عباس وفا تیری. تلوار نہیں کھینچی، تلوار نہیں کھینچی، آقا کا کہا مانا. تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ. کچھ اس طرح لاشائی دو رات کے بیاہ کی، کچھ اس طرح لاشائی دو رات کے بیاہ کی. افسوس کے مادر نے، افسوس کے مادر نے بیٹے کو نہ پہچانا. تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ. ایک تیر علی اصغر کو گردن پہ لگا کر، ایک تیر علی اصغر کو گردن پہ لگا معصوم کا ہنس دینا، معصوم کا ہنس دینا، اور موت کا جانا تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ سوچو تو مسلمانوں یہ بات کوئی کم ہے سوچو تو مسلمانوں یہ بات کوئی کم ہے احمد کی نواسی کا احمد کی نواسی کا دربار میں آ جانا تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ حیدر کی شجاعت کا انداز نظر حیدر کی شجاعت کا انداز نظر آیا وہ شام غریباں میں وہ شام غریباں میں زینب کا نہ گھبرانا تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ مولا کی وصیت تھی عباس دلاور کو مولا کی وصیت تھی عباس دلاور کو تلوار نہیں کھینچی تلوار نہیں کھینچی آقا کا کہا مانا تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ ناصر کا یہ دعویٰ ہے بنتا ہے حسین سے ناصر کا یہ دعویٰ بنتا ہے حسین سے سانچے میں امامت کے سانچے میں امامت کے قرآن کا ڈھل آنا، تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ، شبیر نے بتلایا، شبیر نے بتلایا، اسلام پہ مر جانا، تیروں کے مسلح پر وہ سجدہ شکرانہ۔ بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات۔
محمد وآل محمد صلوات۔ اللہم صلی علی۔ باری دیگر بآواز بلند صلوات۔ اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد۔ کہتے تھے شہیدی میرے عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، کہتے تھے شہیدی میرے عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، تنہا ہوں کھڑا دشتے بلا میں دیکھو ذرا کہ دیکھو ذرا کہ پالا تھا جنہیں نازوں سے سوتے ہیں کہاں وہ، عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، دکھتا نہیں اب آنکھوں سے ہر سو ہے اندھیرا، دم رکتا ہے میرا، دم رکتا ہے میرا، دیتا ہے صدائے علی اکبر میرا مجھ کو، عباس کہاں ہو، عباس کہاں ہو، سینے میں جوان لال کے برچھی کی انی ہے، تھراتی زمین ہے، تھراتی زمین ہے، الجھا ہوا بیچی میں نا اکبر کا جگر ہو، عباس عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو سینے سے سینہ کھینچ کے اکبر کے سغانے اس دشت بلا میں اس دشت بلا میں تکتا ہوں بسد یاد سے دم توڑتے اس کو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو ہاتھوں پہ اگلتا ہے لہو اصغر بے شیر گردن پہ لگاتی گردن پہ لگاتی کیا کہہ کے تسلی دوں میں در پہ کھڑی ماں کو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو ننھی سی لغد میں علی اصغر کو لٹا کر مٹی پہ سلا کر مٹی پہ سلا کر اٹھتا ہوں کبھی گرتا ہوں تھامے ہوئے دل کو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو جاتا ہوں راہ حق میں گلا اپنا کٹانے خالق کی رضا میں خالق کی رضا میں اب شمر کا خنجر میری گردن پہ روا ہو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو چلتی رہی گردن پہ چھری دیکھ رہی تھی زینب نے صدا دی زینب نے صدا دی سوکھا ہے گلا بھائی کا پانی تو پلا دو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو عباس کہاں ہو
میں محمد وآل محمد صلوات
صلوات عباس اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس دیتی تھی صدا زینب رو کر عباس کیا اسی دن کے لیے مانگی تھی بابا نے دعا آ کے پردیس میں ہو جاؤ گے تم ہم سے جدا سوتے ہو چین سے دریا کے کنارے بھیا کیا سنائی نہیں دیتی تمہیں حل من کی صدا عباس تنہا ہے کھڑے رن میں سرور عباس اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس اے میرے شیر جوان اے میرے بھائی ہو کہاں شوق ہے دل پہ میرے تیری جدائی ہو کہاں دیر سے دیکھتی ہوں میں دیر سے دیکھتی ہوں بھیا میں دہائی ہو کہاں لٹتی ہے فاطمہ زہرا کی کمائی وہ کہاں عباس خنجر ہے حلقے سرور پر عباس اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس کیا اسی دن کے لیے ساتھ بہن تھی آئی آ گئی نیند جو دریا کی ترائی پائی پھر پلٹ کر ہمیں صورت بھی نہیں دکھلائی آ گیا رنگ سے علم تم نہیں آئے بھائی عباس پھٹتا ہے میرا صدمے سے جگر عباس اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس گر کے گھوڑے سے صدا باپ کو اکبر نے جو دی دل برے فاطمہ زہرا کی عجب حالت تھی ہاتھ ملتے تھے کبھی گھاٹ کو تکتے تھے کبھی تھام کر ٹوٹی کمر کہتے تھے فرزند نبی عباس لاؤں کیسے لاش اکبر عباس اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس حال شبیر کا اب تو نہیں دیکھا جاتا ہے کمر خم نہیں آنکھوں سے سجھائی دیتا یہ ضعیفی یہ جوان لال کا صدمہ بھیا تھام لو بڑھ کے ذرا ہاتھ تمہیں بھائی کا عباس کھاتے کھاتے ہیں ٹھوکر پر ٹھوکر عباس، اے شیر نیستان حیدر عباس. سورہ فاتحہ. مشک بھر کر سوئے خیمہ جو علمدار چلے، مشک بھر کر سوئے خیمہ جو علمدار چلے، روکنے کے لیے رستہ ستم اتوار چلے، یہ بسرعت جو اڑاتے ہوئے راہوار چلے، تیر برساتے ہوئے لاکھ ستمگار چلے، تیر برساتے ہوئے لاکھ ستمگار چلے. اب لڑیں یا علموں مشق سنبھالے عباس، باغ لیں گھوڑ کی تیر نکالے عباس، باغ لیں گھوڑ کی تیر نکالے عباس. ہائے وہ ہائے لاکھوں وہ شقی اور وہ تنہا جراح، اے دل افگار کے صدقے تیری جرأت کے نثار، اس طرح مشق کو دانتوں میں دبایا اقبال، جس طرح شیر غضبناک کے میں ہو شکار، جس طرح شیر غضبناک کے منہ میں ہو شکار. وار پڑتے ہیں تو یہ سر کو جھکا لیتے ہیں، مشق کو سینہ زخمی سے چھپا لیتے ہیں، مشق کو سینہ زخمی سے چھپا لیتے ہیں. تھی اسی طرح سوئے خیمہ شبیر رواں، یک بشک چشم مبارک میں گڑا ایک پیکان، تیر کھا کر ابھی سنبھلا بھی نہ تھا شیر جیا، ناگاہ مشق چھدی سر پہ لگا گرز گرا، ناگاہ مشق چھدی سر پہ لگا گرز گرا. خون بہتا رہا جب تک تو نہ زنہار گرے، بہ گیا آپ تو ریتی پہ علمدار گرے، بہ گیا آپ تو ریتی پہ علمدار گرے. منہ سے بے ساختہ نکلی یہ غم انگیز صدا، السلام اے جگرو جانے بطول عذرا، السلام میں پسرے بادشاہ عقبہ کشا السلام اے صبر ثمرے باغ رسول دو سرا السلام اے ثمرے باغ رسول دو سرا چھوڑ کے سید والا کے قدم جاتے ہیں اب سکینہ سے خبردار کہ ہم جاتے ہیں اب سکینہ کے خبردار کہ ہم جاتے ہیں اے میرے قوت بازو میرے بابا کے نشان اب زندہ ہو کے جنت میں گئے بھائی جان سن کہ یہ ہوش جو آیا تو کہا میں قربان عبد ناچیز کی تسلیم امام دو جہاں عبد ناچیز کی تسلیم امام دو جہاں نہر پر آن کی تکلیف جو فرمائی ہے آپ کے ساتھ سکینہ تو نہیں آئی ہے آپ کے ساتھ سکینہ تو نہیں آئی ہے بول شبیر وہ ڈیوڑی پہ کھڑی روتی ہے آپ کی یاد میں بےتاب ہے جاں کھوتی ہے دم بدم پیاس کی ایذا سے سوا ہوتی ہے نہر کو تکتی ہے اور اشکوں سے منہ دھوتی ہے نہر کو تکتی ہے اور اشکوں سے منہ دھوتی ہے بولے عباس کے خادم پہ ترس کھائیے گا اب میری لاش کو خیمے میں نہ لے جائیے گا اب میری لاش کو خیمے میں نہ لے جائیے گا مشک بھر کر سوئے
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Before I begin, if I can please ask my brothers, those of you on the right, in the middle, please just take a few steps and come forward. Ba Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Mu'minin wa mu'minat, assalamu alaikum. Just a couple of quick announcements and housekeeping items. The first one is we found a set of car keys. If you're missing any car keys, you can see me on the men's side. Additionally, with the beginning of Muharram, the annual Jafar Islamic Society membership is now due. Membership is $250 and can be paid outside to either Brother Raza Merchant or Brother Shahid Basravi. Inshallah, tonight, following the lecture by Dr. Akber Mithani and Matam, we will have a Q&A session. If you are interested in participating in the Q&A session, there's an online link for submitting questions. That link can be found at slido.com/Jafariya. One more time, that's slido.com/Jafariya. This is for submitting questions for the Q&A session following lecture in Matam tonight. Tomorrow Sunday, August 14th, is the annual Muharram Julus. The Julus is from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. It starts at 700 South Broadway in downtown Los Angeles. All Mu'mineen and their families are requested by the Julus committee to join in for that. Lastly, if I can request all of you to recite Surah Fatiha and Surah Ikhlas for all the marhumin of everyone in attendance tonight, for all the marhumin of tonight's sponsors, and for all the marhumin on the Jaffa Memorial Board. One more time before I request Dr. Akber Mithani, if I can ask you guys, please, there's a lot of gaps and there's a lot of people outside, so please just push forward a little bit more. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please join in inviting Dr. Akber Mithani to the minbar with the loudest salawats upon Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
سورة المباركة الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، شفيع المذنبين وخاتم النبيين، نبينا وشفينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد، وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ارزقني شفاعة الحسين يوم الورود، وثبت لي قدم صدق عندك مع الحسين وأصحاب الحسين الذين بذلوا محجهم دون الحسين عليه السلام. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وفرقانه الحميد: وهو أصدق الصادقين وقوله الحق. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا. آمنا بالله وصدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات الله. Elders of the community, my brothers and sisters in Islam, Salamun alaykum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمسابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين عليه الصلاة والسلام. As we come now to the last 3 nights of this beautiful commemoration of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, we come now to these last 3 nights where we have only a couple of nights, few nights, where we want to make ourselves deserving on embarking onto that ark of salvation. Inna al-Husayn misbahul huda wa safinatun najat. Yes, we want to embark on that ark of salvation. And only a few nights remain for us to embark on this ark of salvation. And over the next 3 nights, we'll talk about how it is that we can really make ourselves deserving to be able to embark on the ark of salvation. One of the things that we want to discuss today, and of course tonight is the night where we are going to commemorate Kamr Bani Hashim, right? The lion of Islam. We're going to commemorate Abbas alayhi salam. Recite a salawat on al-Abbas alayhi salam. What a personality this man is, and how can we learn from this personality? And this will tell us on how we can implement the virtues of this personality so that we may be able to embark on that arc of salvation. For in order for us to be able to embark on that arc of salvation, we need courage. Yes? We need strength, courage, shuja'at. Yes? This is what we need, right? This is a quality and virtue. The quality and virtue of courage is one of the most important qualities and virtues that will allow us to be deserving to be with Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Ya laytani kuntu ma'akum. To be with Hussein is not easy, huh? It's not easy to be with Hussein. It's easy to say, Ya laytani kuntu ma'akum. But to be with Abu Abdullah requires us to have courage. You see, we all know, for example, that after the wafat of Fatimah al-Zahra, salamullahi alayha, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he goes to his brother Aqil. Yeah? After the wafat, he goes to his brother Aqil. Aqil was an expert in genealogy. He knew the genealogy of the people of Arabia in detail. So Amir al-Mu'mineen goes to Aqil and he says that I want to marry a woman. I want to marry a woman who will have the quality of courage in her lineage. Yes? In her family, I want the quality of courage and nobility. Are you able to pick somebody for me? And Aqil says to Amir al-Mu'mineen, I have just the person for you. I have just the person for you. Now, but Aqil says to Amir al-Mu'mineen, tell me, why is it that you want to marry this particular person, a person from a family who has courage and nobility? And the answer of Amir al-Mu'mineen to Aqil is that I want a son who would be courageous, who would have shuja'at, yes, who would have bravery and courage. Now think about this. Why is the question I want to ask Amir al-Mu'mineen? Yes? When Amir al-Mu'mineen already knew, Amir al-Mu'mineen from the narrations of the Holy Prophet already knew that his son would not even fight in Karbala. He knew that his son would not even fight in Karbala. And he already had a son by the name of Muhammad Hanafiya. And Muhammad Hanafiya was known for his courage. There is a narration when Muhammad Hanafiya actually goes in front of Muawiyah and he takes a sheet of steel and he just rips it apart in front of Muawiyah. So Imam Ali alayhi salam already had a son who was brave. And Ya Ali, you already know that your son will not even fight in Karbala. So why are you asking for somebody to marry who's going to give you a courageous son who's not even going to fight in Karbala? Here we have to understand what is meant by courage and shuja'at from the Islamic context. You see, courage, to mainstream belief, Imam Ali alayhi salam, people think, well, Imam Ali alayhi salam was looking for a son who was going to be a warrior, right? A hero, a warrior, right? A warrior son is what we think in our mind is what Ali ibn Abi Talib was looking for. A son who would show his bravery and shuja'at, his physical strength in the fields of Karbala. But that is not the case, because the Imam knew that his son would not even be allowed to fight in Karbala. No. Imam was looking for somebody who was courageous, but not only courageous from the physical perspective, he was looking for somebody who would have spiritual courage. Somebody who would have spiritual courage. Somebody that Imam wanted him to be his manifestation in Karbala. The manifestation of Ali in Karbala is Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Yeah? Abu Abdullah al-Hussein was a manifestation of the Holy Prophet in Karbala. Amirul Mu'mineen was looking for a son who would be his manifestation in Karbala. And that son was none other than Abul Fadl. Right? Shuja'at, courage, right? Now, so let's look at what does it mean to be courageous in Islam. And who is this man, Abul Fadl Abbas? Right? We have this preset notion of this personality, but we want to analyze this personality in the context of his shuja'at, his courage. You see, courage in Islam has different levels, yeah? The lowest level of courage in Islam is when you have physical strength, your bravery and your physical strength, which if I say to you shuja'at, that is the thing that comes in your mind, right? Somebody who's brave, somebody who's a warrior, somebody who's able to fight. That's the lowest level of courage in Islam. The higher level of courage in Islam, the second level of courage in Islam, is that person is courageous in Islam, that person who's able to control his own nafs. That's a higher level of courage in Islam. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says that the stronger and more courageous person is that person who's able to control his own desires, able to control his own carnal desires. That person is more courageous, right? And you cannot control your desires unless you make your desires submissive to your wisdom and your intellect. Right? In Islamic ethics, courage is not defined by physical strength. If you look at the ulama of akhlaq, they will tell you, courage in Islam is not defined by physical strength. Courage means to have control over one's emotions and one's feelings, and to use them at the right time, in the right way, and in the right place. That is shuja'at in Islam, right? That is courage in Islam. A person who relies just on his physical strength and cannot control his emotions, he's not a courageous person, rather he is a person who is foolhardy. He's a fool. He's not courageous if he's not able to control his emotions and his desires. You know, once there was a group of believers who had fought a jihad in the time of the Prophet. Yeah? So they had gone to battle, they had fought hard, and they fought the jihad. And when they came back to Medina, the Prophet, was very complimentary towards them. And he said, Alhamdulillah, what a battle you guys fought. Right? What a battle you guys fought. You have fought the Jihadul Asghar. Now be ready to fight the Jihadul Akbar. So these people, they were people like me, They said to the Prophet, hold on, man. We just went to battle, man. right? We just fought, with our whole might and everything, we put our lives on the line, we're tired, we're wounded. And you are telling us we have fought the Jihadul Askar. There is a bigger battle now we have to go to. And the Prophet said, yes, there is a bigger battle for you to fight. Because the Jihadul Akbar is the bigger battle where you are able to fight against your nafs. You're able to fight against your base desires, where you're able to control your attachment to this dunya. That is Jihadul Akbar. Once again, you gotta love the Holy Prophet, right? The Holy Prophet he was so cool, man. He was passing by in Medina, and there were some youth. Yeah, like we have, mashallah, the beautiful souls in front of us, the youth. Yes, there were some youth. They were pumping some iron. Right? They were doing resistance exercises. They were pumping iron, wanted to build their body, right? And the Holy Prophet passes by them. And as the Holy Prophet passes by them, these were all believers. The Holy Prophet passed by, so they all stopped. They invited the Holy Prophet, said, please, come. Some of them may be like me. Well, maybe not like me, but some of them wanted to show off, their muscles and their six packs and all of that. They wanted to show off their bodies, right? They called the Prophet, and the Prophet sat with them, and the Prophet said to them that, oh, my beautiful youth souls, do you want me to tell you what is real courage in Islam? And they said, Bala ya Rasulullah. Of course, tell us what is real courage in Islam. And the Prophet says that the most brave and courageous person is that person amongst you who, when blessed with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person's joy and happiness does not take him towards the disobedience of Allah. That person is courageous. He says, when Allah has blessed you with good things and you become joyful and happy that, mashallah, Allah has blessed me with something, that does not take you towards His disobedience. You don't become so happy that you now start to sin, and you start to have arrogance, and you start to have, riya. You start to have this self-conceit, ujb. मेरे जैसा कोई नहीं है मैं मेरी बात कर रहा हूं There's nobody like me, right? Look at me. He said that person, the Prophet says, is courageous. And then he says that, and when you are tested with adversities, when you're tested with calamities, you do not become so sad that you lose hope in Allah. That person is courageous, the Prophet says. Right? The biggest sin that one can commit is to lose hope in Allah. To lose hope in the mercy of Allah. And then the Holy Prophet says that, you don't become so sad that you lose hope in Him and you then become heedless of Him. Right? We are the first ones to become heedless, don't we? If there is adversities, why did God do it to me? Why did He pick me? I'm not such a bad person. Why did He do this to me? These are the questions that come into our mind. And then the Prophet says that if you attain power, if you have strength, if you are in a leadership position in a community, and you have that authority and that power, the courageous person is that person who does not become an oppressor. He does not oppress other people and try to gain those things that actually he is not deserving of having. The Prophet says this is courage. This is courage, right? But the third level of courage is even higher. In Islam, the third level, this is the second level of courage. Now the third level of courage is even higher. And the third level of courage is that level if someone has the ability to do something. Yes? Now we are not talking about halal and haram. Everything is halal. Yes? If somebody has the ability to act in a way, ability to do something, and he or she refrains from carrying out that act, they refrain from carrying out that act. Why? For the sake of a higher spiritual goal. They have the ability to do something, but they refrain from doing it because they know by refraining from doing this, I will achieve a higher spiritual goal and proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That type of courage is courage that's at the highest level in Islam. And look at how Abbas manifests this courage in Karbala. Right? And he is the manifestation of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Al-Abbas, how is he manifesting this courage? Think about it, because his father does the same thing, doesn't it? In Khandaq, what happens? He fights against Amr bin Abdawad. Yes? Now, Amr bin Abdawad, he was no ordinary man. Amr bin Abdawad was the warrior of that time. One Amr was equivalent to 1,000 on the other side. Right? He would take the camel, a baby of a camel, and he would raise it with his own one hand. Physical courage. Amr bin Abdawad tells the Muslims, there's a fight. Khandaq. Right? In Khandaq they're going to fight. And he tells the Muslims, with the Prophet's there, he says to the Muslim, look, you're in a win-win situation, man. You come and fight me. He says, if you kill me, I'm a bad dude. Right? You kill me, you will go to Jannah. Yeah? And he says that if I kill you, then your Prophet says that you will be a shaheed. You will still go to Jannah. It's a win-win for you. Right? So he says, who's going to come and fight me? The narrations say, the Prophet says to his companions, who amongst you will go and fight Amr bin Abdawad? The narrations say that the people who were listening to the prophets, the companions, they were so still that if you had a pigeon on their head, the pigeon would not fly. I don't know about Los Angeles, but in Africa, I'm sure in Pakistan as well, right? If you have a group of pigeons and a little bit of a movement you make, they fly away, right? They get scared and they fly away. The narrations say that if you had put a pigeon on their head, that pigeon would not fly because they were so still, they thought to themselves that if we make a movement, the Prophet will say, yes, you go. So they are just sitting there. A man stands up, Ana ya Rasulullah. And the Holy Prophet says to Ali, sit down. Then he says again to the people, who amongst you will go and fight? Nobody is volunteering. And this man gets up again. Ana ya Rasulullah, I will go and fight. He says, sit down. And then the third time he asks them, who from you will go and fight Amr bin Abdawad? Nobody stands up. Now Ali ibn Abi Talib gets up. With some passion he says, Ana ya Rasulullah, I will go. I will go. And this is when the Prophet makes that beautiful statement. He says, look now, he says to his companions, look, Kulle Iman is going to fight against Kulle Kufr. The embodiment of faith is now going to fight the embodiment of Kufr. Be witness, I gave you a chance, huh? I gave you a chance 3 times. Kulle Iman is going to fight Kulle Kufr. Zarbatu aliyin fi yawm al-khandaq afzalul ibadatul sakalain. Papa, afzalul ibadatul sakalain does not just come free. Free mein nahi milta hai. Right? Afzalul ibadatul sakalain means what? One strike of Ali on the day of Khandaq is better than the worship of people through the time of Qiyamah. Afzalul ibadatul sakalain. One strike of Ali. Why? Because this strike of Ali is only for the pleasure of Allah. Yeah? So what does he do? He goes to fight Amr bin Abdawad. Amr bin Abdawad does what? He spits on the face of Ali. Yes? You know this, we learned this in madrasa. Yeah? Amr bin Abdawad, in the heat of the battle, as Ali ibn Abi Talib is about to kill him, he spits on the face of Ali. Now tell me one thing. If Ali would have finished him off then, what would be the problem? Amr bin Abdawad is a bad guy anyway. You might as well just kill him, man. Right? But what does Ali ibn Abi Talib do? He backs off. Shuja'at. He is able to do something, but he doesn't do it. Why does he not do it? He doesn't do it because there is a higher spiritual goal. The higher spiritual goal is what? He knows that if I do this, then my strike may have remnants of my anger in it because he spitted on my face, because he spat on my face. I cannot do that. That dilutes my intention. Everything I do is only for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so he backs off. This is shuja'at. Shuja'at is when you can do something and you refrain from doing it because there is a higher spiritual goal. So he backs off, right? This act of Amirul Mu'mineen, right, to act in accordance to the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala despite having strong emotions to the contrary, this is not easy, huh? When you are a warrior in the middle of a battle, and in the middle of the battle, there is only one focus, man. Your focus is to eliminate your enemy. You're in the middle of the thick of the battle. And even at that time, the only thing Ali has in his mind is Allah. What an amazing personality, right? And in the same way you see in Karbala, Abul Fadl Abbas. This is why he is a manifestation of Ali in Karbala. Abul Fadl Abbas was ready to fight in Karbala, both psychologically and emotionally. He was ready to fight. He was known as the lion of the Banu Hashim. He was ready to fight, but he controls himself and he does not fight. Why? Because the Imam asks him not to fight. And he knows that obedience to my Imam, to the Wali of the time, is obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the manifestation of Amirul Mu'mineen in Karbala by Abbas. Yes? Abbas is manifesting the courage of Ali in Karbala. This is what Shuja'at is. Shuja'at is at the highest level where you can do something, but you refrain from doing it to achieve a higher spiritual goal. For 25 years, Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam, he did not fight even after his right was taken away. He did not fight for 25 years. Why? Because he wanted to preserve the safety and security of Islam. Abul Fadl Abbas did not fight in Karbala because he was responsible for the salvation of Islam. This is Abul Fadl Abbas. This is courage at its highest level. Amir Aba Abdullah al-Husayn, salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi, Do you want to be part of the ark of salvation? Yes or no? Yes. Then please stand up and move over to my left and to your right, inshallah, so that we can make some more space by reading aloud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsan. Thank you so much. Look at these beautiful souls, mashallah. May Allah give you safety, security, and accept all your desires. Today we are in the midst of recognizing Babul Hawaij. Abul Fadl Abbas is Babul Hawaij. May Allah accept your hajat through Babul Hawaij. Recite a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, he says that, O people, Allah did not create creatures. Allah did not create creatures except to know Him. Yes? Ma khalaq al-ibada illa liya'rifun. Imam Hussein alayhi salam is saying. Allah did not, create creatures except to know Him, to have a ma'rifah of Him. And once they know Him, then they will worship Him. You cannot worship somebody that you do not know. Right? And Imam Hussein alayhi salam says that, and then through worshiping Him, they will have no need to worship anybody else. They will not have any need to worship any of their own base desires. So a man asked Imam Hussein alayhi salam, says, Yabna Rasulullah, or the messenger, or the son of the messenger of God, what is this ma'rifah of Allah? What is this knowledge of God that you're talking about? And Imam Hussein alayhi salam replies to him, he says, Ma'rifatu ahli kulli dhaman imamahum alladhi yujibu alayhim ta'atu. Imam Hussein says that the ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is knowing the people of that time, is knowing the Imam of that time and being obedient to that Imam of that time. That is ma'rifah. Be loyal to your Imam and to the Wali. Now look at Abul Fadl Abbas, yes? To understand this courage of Abbas, this spiritual courage of Abbas, you need to understand the personality of his mother, al-Banin. You need to understand the parvarish of al-Banin, right? You need to understand this great personality of how she brought up Abbas, because Abbas is Abbas because of al-Banin. The family of al-Banin had three main attributes. It was a family of poets, shu'ara, right? It was a family of poets. It was the family that was known to be of the highest nobility of Islamic ethics and morality. It was a very noble family that was known for its ethical and moral stand that they used to take. And this was reflected in the upbringing of Abul Fadl Abbas. And it was known as a family that was the most brave and courageous. These are the three qualities of the family of al-Banin. Physical courage was not the only part. When I say that they were known for their courage, they were not known just for their physical courage, they were known for also their spiritual courage. Right? The physical courage was on its own. The children of her tribe, they used to play with swords and spears as toys in their childhood. This is the family of al-Banin. Yeah? Now, as she enters the house of Imam Ali, after marrying Imam Ali, she develops a heart-to-heart relationship, and she develops this compassion with the children of Aba Abdullah, with the children of Amir al-Mu'mineen, with the children of Fatima al-Zahra. This is her expression of her morality and ethics. What an amazing quality that she has in her. That is the quality of the humbleness that she has. She has only one approach. When she enters the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen, her only approach is ubudiyat, servanthood. She tells the children of Fatima, she says to the children of Fatima, do not call me with my name. Her name was Fatima as well. The name of al-Banin was Fatima. And she tells Amir al-Mu'mineen, she says, don't call me Fatima. Because if you call me Fatima, this may hurt the children of Fatima because it will remind them of their mother. Don't call me with that name. I don't want to hurt them. Look at that humbleness that she has, that ethics and morality that she has. You know, the whole approach of al-Banin is vilayat-centric. She's only concerned about the wali of the time. And the wali of the time is Amir al-Mu'mineen. She only gives her whole self, her whole ubudiyat is to be in presence of the wali of her time, in complete obedience to the wali of her time, Amir al-Mu'mineen. And her tarbiyah, right, towards her own children were through her actions and not just words, right? And it is really a message for us, right? She is practically showing her children how to be vilayat-centric. Right? She is showing them how to serve the children of Fatima al-Zahra. She's showing it in her actions, right? She did not only have good morals and ethics. See, morals and ethics are an inner characteristics, aren't they? Your akhlaq is your inner characteristic that you have. You develop morals, you develop ethics. That's a character that you develop, that's your inner characteristic, right? But that inner characteristic needs to be manifested in action. And that manifestation is called adab. Right? And she shows this adab, which is the manifestation of morality and ethics in akhlaq. This is where you see the loyalty of Abu al-Fadl Abbas towards Aba Abdullah al-Hussein has come from al-Banin. Al-Banin is showing him how you need to serve the children of Fatima. Vilayat-centric, right? She was showing how parents are critical in inspiring faith and morals in their children through action. I tell you, man, for the parents in the audience today, I tell you, it's not enough for you to just sit with your children and tell them that they should be good, they should do this, they should do that. This nasihat does not work unless you show it to them in action. This is what tarbiyah is. I can say as much as I want, right? Don't be oppressive, don't be insulting, don't be disrespectful. But then in front of my child, I am oppressive, I am disrespectful to my wife. How does it work? Do you not think that the kids are going to look at you and say, what? This is not adab. Your character has to be manifested, and the manifestation of your character is in adab. And because of that, the whole approach of Abu al-Fadl Abbas, is what? You see this manifestation of adab in Abbas in Karbala. You see it. And look at how he expresses this vilayat-centric attitude. Just before Abu Abdullah al-Hussein is going from Mecca, and he went from Medina to Mecca. And before he started his journey from Mecca towards Kufa, what happens? Awwal Fadl Abbas goes on top of the roof of the Kaaba. He gives a khutbah. And this khutbah of Awwal Fadl Abbas on top of the roof of the Kaaba, I analyzed it in my last year's majlis, if you remember it. I analyzed the whole khutbah. It's a masterpiece. He goes on the roof of the Kaaba. Abu Abdullah al-Hussein is sitting on the bottom of the Kaaba. He is on the roof. And people are doing tawaf. Because it's Hajj. People are doing tawaf. Awwal Fadl Abbas is on the roof of the Kaaba. And what does he say? He says, Ayyuhal kafaratul fajara. أيها الكفرة الفجر أتصدون الطريق البيت الإمام البررة. الله أكبر. Awwal Fadl Abbas on the roof of the Kaaba. Hussein sitting right at the bottom of the Kaaba. People are doing tawaf. And what does he call them? أيها الكفرة الفجر. He says to them, "O you evil creatures and infidels." I say, Abu Fadl, evil creatures and infidels. Ayyatuhal kafaratul fajr. I say to Abu Fadl Abbas, these are Hajis. They are Muslims, they are doing tawaf of the Kaaba. And you are saying, Ayyatuhal kafaratul fajr, they are evil creatures and infidels, kafir. What does he say? He says, you close the way of this house to the pious holy Imam. You close the way upon one who is more worthy and nearer to the house of Allah than anybody else. You do that, you are evil creatures and kafir. What is he saying? He is saying that you are doing Hajj and you are doing Tawaf and the Imam is leaving Mecca. You do not understand that the true Hajj at this time is to be with your Imam. Vilayat centric, understanding the wali of your time, right? Vilayat centric, right? He says, if it was not for the will of Almighty Allah and the divine mystery and divine test, then surely the house of Allah, Allahu Akbar, look at Abbas, eh? He says the house of Allah would be moved towards the Imam, whilst people are touching the Hajr Aswad, he says, like people are trying to kiss the Hajr Aswad, the black stone, the Hajr Aswad would have flown towards the Imam to kiss the hand of the Imam. Understanding the quality of wilaya in Abul Fadl Abbas. And he gets this from al-Banin. Yeah? Imam Hussein, you know, he's saying Imam Hussein is the embodiment of Kaaba. You want to kiss Hajr Aswad. How much do we want to kiss Hajr? You go to Hajj, Umrah, inshallah Allah gives us the opportunity to do it. And you will see, especially my youngsters, right? Oh, man, they are lining up to go and kiss Hajr Aswad, right? And Abu Fadl Abbas is saying, you want to kiss Hajr Aswad? If it wasn't for the divine will, Hajr Aswad would have flown to kiss the hand of Hussein. Nowhere in this khutbah does he say, my brother Hussein. He does not invoke his relationship with Abu Abdullah. Hussein to Abbas is not his brother. Hussein to Abbas is the wali of his time. It is his Imam, it's not his brother. It is his Imam. This is what you have. The respect given to al-Banin by Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was because of her values, because of her adab. How she has been able to express her morality and her ethics, and a deep understanding, ma'rifah and mahabba and love of the importance and spirituality of wilaya. This is al-Banin, right? And wilaya comes when you have absolute poverty. When you think that you are nothing. When you have absolute poverty and you feel that you are completely in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now you will start to sacrifice your own desires and wishes to achieve a higher spiritual goal. And that is courage. And she shows this by inculcating these values and principles in her children. Right? Sacrificing her own children for Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. And look at how Abu al-Fadl manifests this in Karbala. Right? He manifests this in Karbala. He goes and he fights. He goes and he's told to go and get water. Right? He goes to get water, not to fight. He goes to get water. He reaches the Furat. He takes the water. He takes it in his hands. He takes the water in his hands. He could have drunk that water. And I tell you, from an Islamic ethics perspective, there would have been nothing wrong. Had Abu al-Fadl Abbas drank that water, there would have been nothing wrong. There would not be even an iota less respect for me for Abu al-Fadl, even if he had drunk the water. But what does he do? As he takes the water, perhaps he sees the face of Sakina. Perhaps he sees the face of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. He throws the water back and he says to himself, how can you, O soul, drink this water when your Imam is thirsty? This is not easy, huh? It's not easy. Yeah? Humbleness of al-Banin. No, I haven't started Masayib yet. Please, don't turn the lights off. I haven't started Masayib yet. Turn the lights on here. We're talking about Abu al-Fadl today, man. It's Saturday night, right? If I take 5 minutes extra, no problem? No problem. Recite the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This is the humbleness of al-Banin, to give importance of the quality of others over your own qualities and your own achievements. Right? This is the humbleness. This is adab. She doesn't look at herself or her children to have any qualities worth expressing. She doesn't do that. She says to her children, you're nothing. You're nothing. All your purpose is to serve the wali of your time. Right? She gives preference to the qualities of Fatima al-Zahra. You know, there is a beautiful narration. There's a narration once that Ali Akber alayhi salam, Ali Akber, as you know, was known as Shabih Payghambar. Yes, we'll talk about Ali Akber tomorrow, inshallah, in our Masayib. So Ali Akber was known as Khalqan wa Khulqan. Right? Ali Akbar was known as the spitting image of the Holy Prophet, both in his looks, in his appearance, as well as in his akhlaq. Right? This is what Ali Akbar was. Once Ali Akbar comes, and he comes to Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. This is in Medina. And he says to his father, oh my father, I have a complaint against my uncle Abbas. So Aba Abdullah al-Hussein looks at Ali Akbar and he says, you have a complaint against who? He says, I have a complaint against my uncle Abbas. And I want you to solve it. So Aba Abdullah al-Hussein says, go call Abbas. So Abu al-Fadl Abbas comes. Right? Ali Akbar is standing there. Abu al-Fadl Abbas comes and Hussein says to Abbas, Abbas, Ali Akbar has a complaint against you. So Abu al-Fadl Abbas bows his head down. So Ali Akbar has a complaint against me. Yes. So Ali Akbar, is it true you have a complaint against Abu al-Fadl? Yes, I have a complaint against Abu al-Fadl. So now Hussein says, Ali Akbar, what is the complaint? He says, oh my father, whenever I go out in the streets and alleyways of Medina, my uncle Abbas does not let me walk behind him. He insists that I walk in front and he walks behind me. I feel, oh my father, that this is disrespectful for me to walk in front of my uncle Abbas. He should be walking in front and I should be walking behind. And Abu Abdullah Hussein looks at Abbas and he says, Abbas, is this true? And Abu Fadl Abbas says, indeed it is true. He says, indeed it is true. For he says, when Ali Akbar starts to walk in the streets of Medina, all the people come out of their shops. They come out of their houses. Why? Because they want to see the face of Ali Akbar. They want to see Shabih Payghambar. They want to see the image of the Holy Prophet. As they are coming out to see the image of the Prophet, I want to be in the back so that they can take advantage of seeing the face of Ali Akbar. It's Abul Fadl Abbas. The humbleness that he has, right? Yeah, the humbleness that he has. And al-Banin, has this capacity, right? She actually was, like I said, from a family of poets. She was from a family of poets. There are so many narrations. One of the major role that al-Banin plays is after the events of Karbala, al-Banin propagates the mission of Imam Hussein alayhi salam through her poetry, her marsiyas and her nawhas. And she recites them in Jannatul Baqi. And the narrations say that even the enemies of the Ahlul Bayt would listen to the poetry of al-Banin and they would weep. In one of the narrations, Marwan ibn Hakam listens to the poetry of al-Banin and he starts to weep. This is the contribution of al-Banin. Yeah? Abbas aaye, ruhe shujaat bane hue. Abbas aaye, ruhe shujaat bane hue. Jane wafa, waqare itaat bane hue. Bhai ke haq mein pe kare nusrat bane hue. Madar ki shan, baap ki izzat bane hue. माँ गोद में जो लेती थी उस नाज़नीन को ज़हरा सलाम करती है उम्मुल बनीन को. This is Ummul Banin. Yeah, one of the lessons you learn from Abbas is that sometimes courage at the highest level can be in the form of silence, right? That is going to achieve a higher spiritual goal. The ability to speak and intervene, but to not do so to achieve a higher spiritual goal. Gehware hi mein jaho jalalat thi ashkar, haybat mein jiski tha safe batil mein intishar. Angrai jo leta tha, jo jhule mein baar baar, कहना ये था कि हूँ असद हक का यादगार. बहरे जिहाद तेरे दो दम चाहिए मुझे, कहती थी मुठिया के अलम चाहिए. The fourth Imam, has a narration. He says that on the day of Qiyamah, the martyrs will be envious of the station of Abbas. The martyrs, the shuhada, from beginning to end, on the day of Qiyamah, they will be envious of the station of Abbas. So the question is, why? Why will they be envious of the station of Abbas when Abbas did not even fight in Karbala? Why would the Shuhada be envious of the station of Abbas? And the reason the fourth Imam gives is that Abbas showed true martyrdom by following the commands of the Imam of his time, by gaining that pleasure. Yes? There is a narration around Fatima al-Zahra. And Fatima al-Zahra, salamullahi alayha, on the day of Qiyamah, she will be brought for shafa'at, for intercession for her believers. And a voice will say to Fatima, "Oh Fatima, what have you brought so that you can intercede for the believers?" And Fatima will say that I have brought the arms of Abbas. I have brought the arms of Abbas. And this is why Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, right, when he is talking to Abu al-Fadl Abbas, yes, he is talking to Abu al-Fadl Abbas. How does he address Abu al-Fadl Abbas? Look at the love that Hussein has for Abbas. He says to Abbas, "Oh Abbas, bin nafsi ya Abbas." It's not an ordinary statement of an Imam. Bin nafsi ya Abbas. Oh Abbas, you are a part of me. I would give my life for you, O Abbas. Bin nafsi ya Abbas. This is Abu Abdullah. This is the level of Abbas. When he is taking his last breaths, right? He is with Imam Hussein. And Imam Hussein says to him, "Qad inqasarat zahri." O Abbas, with you and your shahadat, my back is broken. Not my physical back, Not my physical back. My spiritual back is broken, right? Without you, my spiritual back is broken. وَقَلَّتْ حِيلَتِي. My strength spiritually has now been destroyed. Abu al-Fadl Abbas. This is Abbas, my friends. He goes on the day of Ashura to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. He says to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, "Oh my Aka, oh my Mawla, I want permission to go into the battlefield. I want to be able to now go into the battlefield." Imam Hussein looks at Abu al-Fadl Abbas and he says, "Oh Abbas, you are the leader of my army. You are the alamdar of my army. How can I give you permission when you are the chief commander of my army?" And Abu al-Fadl Abbas looks behind and says to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, he says, "Oh my Aka, oh my Mawla, there is no army left anymore. It is just me and you." And Imam Hussein starts to cry and he says, "No, Abbas, I cannot give you permission." Just at that time, the Abu al-Fadl Abbas, he says to Abu al-Fadl Abbas, "Oh Abbas, if I give you permission, how am I going to be able to console and support the women that have come with me?" For the women of Banu Hashim have come because they knew Abbas was going to be with them. How will I be able to console them? At that point, as Janab Sakina comes to Abu al-Fadl Abbas, she comes with a dried musk. She comes with a water container that is dry. And she comes to Abu al-Fadl Abbas and she says to Abu al-Fadl, she says, "Oh my uncle, my 6-month-old brother is now right at the verge of death. He's right at the verge of death because of his thirst. Oh my uncle, is it possible for you to go and get some water for us?" Now Abu al-Fadl Abbas has a purpose. He has a purpose. He comes to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. He says to Abu Abdullah, "Oh my master, you have not allowed me to go and fight, and that is okay. I submit to your command, but please allow me to go and get some water for the children. When he asks this question, Imam Hussein looks at Sakina. Imam Hussein says to Sakina, oh Sakina, remember this is Karbala. This is not Medina, this is Karbala. You are asking something. When they are asking something, beware that you may lose your brother and I may lose my brother. Abbas gets the permission to go. He goes to the Nahr of Furat. He goes to the river of Furat. The army of Yazid separates from the river of Furat. The narrations say that the army of Yazid separates in a way that Musa was able to separate this river of the Nile when Musa went there. As the army separates, Abu al-Fadl Abbas enters the Nahr of Furat. He enters the river of Furat. He takes the mushk of Sakina. He takes the water container of Sakina. He takes the water container of Sakina and he fills the water container. He fills the mushk of Sakina with water. Abbas now looks towards the sky and he says, oh my Allah, I have only one mission. My only purpose is to take this water to the Khaymaga. That is the only purpose that I have. As Abbas has filled the water, Janabe Sakina is outside in the Khaymaga. She gathers all the children outside in the Khaymaga and she says to the children, oh children, I want you to come out here with the Khaymaga. She gives them small cups of water and she says, hold on to these cups of water for my uncle Abbas. He's going to now come and give us some water. Azadar Abu Fadl Abbas, he has raised the alam. He has his mashk with him. He has his mashk with him. He raised the alam. He is now making his way towards the Khaymaga. As he is making his way towards Khaymaga, Bibi Sakina sees the alam of Abbas being raised. She says to the children, oh children, see the alam of my uncle is raised. He's coming to us with water. There comes a time when one mal'oon comes and he severs the left arm of Abbas. The alam falls onto the ground. Sakina sees the alam has fallen onto the ground. She says, Ya Allah, what has happened to my uncle? Abu al-Fadl Abbas, he gathers himself. He takes the alam onto his right hand. The alam is raised again. Sakina says, Alhamdulillah. See children, my Abbas is coming. My uncle Abbas is coming. As Abbas moves forward, another mal'oon comes and he severs the right arm of Abbas. The alam falls again. Sakina looks at the alam and she says, Ya Allah, what has happened to my uncle Abbas? Azadaru, at that time Abbas takes the alam. Abbas takes the mushk of Sakina. He balances the mushk of Sakina with the horse that he's on. He has only one dua. Oh Allah, take me to the Khaymaga so I can give water to the children. At that time, Umar ibn Sa'ad comes and he comes to Hurmala and he says to Hurmala, this water cannot reach the Khaymaga. The water should not get to the Khaymaga. The historians write, Hurmala fires two arrows. The one arrow pierces the eye of Abbas. The other arrow pierces the mushk of Sakina. Blood starts to pour from the eyes of Abbas. Water starts to pour from the mushk of Sakina. Azadara Hussein, जब अबू फजल अब्बास वापस आ रहे हैं, अब किसी ने अब्बास के सर पे तलवार का वार किया। जब अब्बास के सर पे तलवार का वार हुआ है तो अब्बास घोड़े से जमीन पे गिरे। عزاداروں عباس گورے پہ زمین پہ گرے. عباس نے آقا کو مدد کے لیے نہیں بلایا, عباس نے آقا کو مدد کے لیے نہیں بلایا. ایک مرتبہ کہا السلام علیک یا مولا, السلام علیک یا آقا. عباس نے ابا عبداللہ الحسین کو سلام کیا. حسین نے عباس کی صدا سنی. ایک مرتبہ حسین زمین پہ گر گئے. کسی نے ابا عبداللہ سے پوچھا آقا کیا ہوا, کیا کوئی تیر لگا؟ حسین نے کہا نہیں, میرا ویر عباس شہید, میرا ویر عباس شہید ہو گیا. حسین کی کمر ٹوٹ گئی, حسین زمین کربلا پہ گر گئے. عزاداروں میں نے آپ کو کل بتایا تھا مولا جو ہے کوئی شہید کے پاس چل کے جاتے تھے, کوئی شہید کے پاس دوڑ کے جاتے تھے. کل میں نے آپ کو بتایا تھا کہ حضرت قاسم کی لاش پہ مولا تیزی کے ساتھ دوڑے تھے, لیکن جب عباس کی صدا سنی ہے مولا زمین کربلا میں گر گئے. مورخ لکھتے ہیں آپ کو پتا ہے کہ مولا عباس کی لاش پہ کیسے پہنچے ہیں. مورخ لکھتے ہیں زانو بزانو. عزاداروں عباس کی لاش پہ حسین ایڑیاں رگڑ رگڑ کے ابو الفضل عباس کے پاس آتے ہیں. ایک مرتبہ غازی کا سر اٹھایا, غازی کا سر اٹھا کے اپنے گود میں رکھا, غازی کا سر اٹھا کے اپنے گود میں رکھا. عباس کیا بات ہے, کیا کوئی وصیت ہے؟ عباس نے کہا آقا دو چیزیں ہیں. کیا بات ہے عباس, کیا وصیت ہے؟ عباس نے کہا آقا 32 سال غلامی میں گزر گئے, آقا اگر اس غلام سے کوئی بھول اگر اس غلام سے کوئی غلطی ہو گئی ہو تو عباس معافی مانگ رہا ہے. حسین طرف کے بولتا ہے عباس تیرے جیسا بھائی تو کسی پیغمبر کو بھی نصیب نہیں ہوا. عباس اور کیا بات ہے؟ کہتے ہیں میری دوسری وصیت یہ ہے کہ آقا میری لاش کو خیمہ گاہ تک نہ لے جا, میری لاش کو خیمہ گاہ تک نہ لے جانا. آقا ایک تو آپ سے اٹھائی نہیں جائے گی, ایک تو آپ سے اٹھائی نہیں جائے گی, دوسری اگر سکینہ نے پوچھا کہ کیا میرے چچا پانی لایا ہے تو میں کیا جواب دوں گا. بس عزاداروں جب حسین اکیلے خیمہ گاہ میں آئے ہیں, حسین جب اکیلے خیمہ گاہ میں آئے ہیں تو سکینہ نے دیکھا کہ بابا اکیلے آئے ہیں, چچا جان نہیں آئے. ایک مرتبہ فرات کا رخ کیا, آواز دی چچا عباس اگر زندہ ہو تو واپس پلٹ جاؤ, سکینہ کو پانی نہیں. عزاداروں آج رونے کی رات ہے, آج رونے کی رات ہے. واللہ آپ کے آنسو سے اگر آنکھ سے آنسو ٹپکے تو باب الحوائج کا وسیلہ دینا, اللہ آپ کی دعا کو قبول کرے گا. آج باب الحوائج کی رات ہے. عزاداروں میں آخری مصائب پڑھ رہا ہوں, دلوں پہ ہاتھ رکھ کے یہ مصائب سننا, دلوں پہ ہاتھ رکھ کے یہ مصائب سننا. یہ لوٹا ہوا قافلہ جب مدینے واپس آیا ہے تو ایک مرتبہ جناب زینب اپنے گھر میں آتی ہے. جناب زینب نے ام فضا سے کہا فضا میں تھوڑی دیر آرام کرنا چاہتی ہوں, میں تھوڑی دیر آرام کرنا چاہتی ہوں, میں کسی کو ملنا نہیں چاہتی. بس جناب زینب حجرے میں چلی گئی, جناب فضا باہر ہے, جناب زانی ثانیہ زہرا آرام کر رہی ہے. کسی نے دروازے پہ دخل باب کیا, دروازے کو کھٹایا, فضا نے دروازے کو کھولا، دیکھا کہ ام البنین آئی ہے، ام البنین آئی ہے۔ ام البنین نے فضا سے کہا فضا میں زینب سے کچھ باتیں کرنا چاہتی ہوں۔ فضا نے کہا شہزادی آرام کر رہی ہے، بس ام البنین کی آواز سننا تھا۔ ایک مرتبہ زینب حجرے سے باہر آئی، کہتی ہے فضا سے فضا یہ میری ماں ہے جو آئی ہے، باتیں کرنی ہے وہ مجھ سے ساتھ بات کر سکتی ہے۔ بس عزاداروں اب ام البنین جناب زینب سے باتیں کر رہی ہے۔ ام البنین نے ثانی زہرا کو کہا ثانی زہرا شہزادی آپ سے میں ایک سوال کرنا چاہتی ہوں۔ جناب زینب نے کہا اماں کیا سوال ہے؟ ام البنین نے کہا میں چاہتی ہوں کہ آپ مجھے یہ بتائیں کہ میرا عباس کیسے شہید ہوا، میرا عباس کیسے شہید ہوا۔ عزاداروں اب ام البنین نے سوال کیا ہے، اب زینب ذاکری کر رہی ہے، ام البنین عزادار ہے، زینب ذاکری کر رہی ہے، ام البنین عزادار ہے۔ زینب نے کہا اماں ابو الفضل عباس نہر فرات پانی لینے کے لیے گئے۔ ام البنین نے رونا شروع کیا، پھر زینب نے کہا اماں ابو الفضل عباس نے مشکی سکینہ میں پانی کو بھرا۔ ام البنین سن رہی ہے، پھر زینب نے کہا عباس پانی لے کے خیمگاہ کی طرف آ رہے تھے، ام البنین سن رہی ہے، پھر زینب نے کہا اماں کسی نے ابو الفضل عباس کے دائیں ہاتھ پہ تلوار کا وار کیا، عباس کا دایاں ہاتھ شہید ہو گیا۔ ام البنین رونے لگی، پھر جناب زینب نے کہا کہ عباس نے مشق کو سنبھالا، مشق کو سنبھال کے آگے بڑھے، پھر ایک ملعون نے عباس کا بایاں ہاتھ شہید کیا۔ ام البنین رو رہی ہے۔ زینب نے کہا عباس نے مشکیزہ سکینہ کو سنبھالا، خیمگاہ کی طرف آنے والے تھے، اور پھر اماں حرملہ نے 2 تیر کا وار کیا ہے۔ ایک تیر عباس کے آنکھ میں پیوست ہوا، ایک تیر مشک سکینہ میں پیوست ہوا، آنکھ سے خون بہنے لگا، مشک سے پانی بہنے لگا۔ ام البنین رو رہی ہے۔ پھر زینب نے کہا اماں پھر غضب ہو گیا، کسی نے عباس کے سر پہ تلوار کا وار کیا، عباس گھوڑے سے زمین پہ گرے۔ بس یہ سننا تھا۔ ام البنین نے کہا شہزادی اس کے آگے میں کچھ نہیں سننا چاہتی، اس کے آگے میں کچھ نہیں سننا چاہتی۔ زینب نے کہا اماں کیا بات ہے؟ ام البنین نے کہا میرا ایک ہی سوال ہے، میرا ایک ہی سوال ہے کہ جب کوئی شہید گھوڑے سے زمین پہ گرتا ہے تو اپنے دونوں ہاتھوں کا سہارا لیتا ہے، ہائے میرا عباس گھوڑے سے زمین پہ کیسے گرا ہوگا؟ زینب نے کہا اماں عباس گھوڑے سے زمین پہ اسی طرح گرے ہیں جیسے زینب اونٹ سے گری ہے۔ عباس کے دونوں ہاتھ شہید تھے، عباس منہ کے بل گرا ہے، زینب کے دونوں ہاتھ پسے گردن بندے ہوئے تھے۔ جب زینب اونٹ سے گری ہے وہ بھی منہ کے بل گری۔
دیکھ میرے غازی اونچا ہے علم تیرا، دل سینے میں جب تک ہے بھولے گا نہ غم تیرا۔ دیکھ میرے غازی اونچا ہے علم تیرا، آ جاتی ہے زہرا بھی بھی زیارت کو جب 8 محرم کو اٹھتا ہے علم تیرا، اور تابوت جب اٹھتا ہے شبیر کا غازی، تابوت کے آگے بھی چلتا ہے علم تیرا، اور پرچم کا پھیرا تھا یا آس تھی زینب کی، زینب کے کلیجے سے غم کیسے ہو کم تیرا، دل سینے میں جب تک ہے بھولے گا نہ غم تیرا، دیکھ میرے غازی اونچا ہے علم تیرا، اور جب بہ گیا سب پانی تب آس تیری ٹوٹی، تھا سینے کے اندر یا مشکیزے میں دم تیرا، اور وہ کون سے صدمے تھے شہ ٹوٹ گئے جس سے، ایک درد تھا زینب کا اور دوسرا غم تیرا، دل سینے میں جب تک ہے بھولے گا نہ غم تیرا، دیکھ میرے غازی اونچا ہے علم تیرا، دیکھ میرے غازی اونچا ہے علم تیرا، یا حسین 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 یا حسین
اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا سارے میرے گالوں پہ مارے تماچے سارے میرے گالوں پہ مارے تماچے ملا پاس سچا جان نایا لوگوں ملا پاس سچا جان نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا دریا سے دل حیدر کرار نایا آیا ہے دل حیدر کرار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار نایا بالوں کو کٹے دانتوں سے مشکی زروایا بالوں کو کٹے دانتوں سے مشکی زروایا کوئی شیر کے کمال نایا نزدیک کوئی شیر کے کمال نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار 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 نایا بازو جو کٹے دانتوں سے مشکی نہ دبایا بازو جو کٹے دانتوں سے مشکی نہ دبایا کوئی شیر کے کمال نایا نزدیک کوئی شیر کے کمال نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار 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 نایا کچھ دیر لگے مشرق اور میں گیا پانی کچھ دیر لگے مشرق اور میں گیا پانی گیا زینت پہ اسرار نایا گیا زینت پہ اسرار نایا آیا ہے علم اور علمدار 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 نایا کچھ دیر لگے مشق پہ اور بہ گیا پانی کچھ دیر لگے مشق پہ اور بہ گیا پانی گھوڑے سے گیا
Sarajaya Dasra